We deal with this all the time, and it's a two-edged sword, because not only are we do we have this incredible tyranny and oppression, this fundamentalist Christian oppression of our U.S. military, using rank structure, but we have the same type of, it seems like merciless proselytizing, Deborah, of the Pakistanis, the Afghans, and the Iraqis. And we look exactly like we're the 10th incarnation of the prior 9 versions of the crusade. That's exactly what we look like. We've placed directly into the hands of emboldening in Al-Queda and a Taliban that are at least as strong as they were on 9/11.
Well, yeah, and in the news, we don't hear about this type of thing going on, and so, people just think, oh, they're just the Taliban and terrorists, but, there's that underlying story about what is inciting this that keeps it. One of the things I want to tell the guests, and we are going to be putting this program on YouTube, too, so there'll be additional people hearing it, is, you folks really need some financial support. You have, to help you guys out. Because you're representing, 20,000 members of the military, you said? That's not...
In another couple of weeks, we'll break through 20,000, and thank you. We're a nonprofit charity. This kind of work, as both Leah and Chris can testify, is very dangerous. It is very lonely. It is extremely expensive, and so every dollar donated to us is a complete 100% tax deduction. And we tell people, look, this is we're not commerce, we're a cause. And our foundation, the Military Religious Freedom Foundation, we are a band of militants. We've got about 75 people in the foundation. Most of them are volunteers, just like the ACLU, the biggest group of their folks are volunteers. But there are significant costs that are still involved here. And our militancy is in support of the U.S. Constitution. It is not a political spectrum left or right issue. We have conservative Republicans who donate, liberal Democrats, Greens, Independents. This is not a political spectrum left or right issue. Deborah, it's a constitutional right and wrong issue.
Well, it is, and from my perspective, it seems like it's also a national security issue. At the rate this is going with this proselytizing.
Well, let me just give you the sentence that I always use. You're absolutely right. I want to substantiate further what you said. Well, here's the sentence that we use. It's like a mixture, like you're going to mix up a cake. Here are the ingredients. We have a fanatical religiosity, which in this case is not Wahhabist, fundamentalist Islam, but it's Dominion or fundamentalist Christianity, mixed in with actual weapons of mass destruction. We have them, the other side doesn't have them yet. Mixed in with a totally misguided and tortured patriotism. Mixed in with a total abrogation of the sacred oath everyone in the military takes, Deborah, to support, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States, not some weaponized gospel of Jesus Christ, mixed in with totally unfettered access because of this draconian specter of military command influence. It's a very, a hierarchical, vertically encrusted organization, mixed in with a complete and total dearth of any restraint, oversight, and supervision. And what you have is exactly what you said a minute ago. You have a vibrant internal national security threat to this country that is so enormous that it's almost impossible to believe, Deborah, unless you're complicit. And that's why we say at MRF, it's just like when Eisenhower warned everybody in his farewell address, right, about the so-called military industrial complex. What Lydia and Chris and I and all the others fight every day, we call it a fundamentalist Christian para-church military corporate proselytizing complex. It is enormous, with billions of dollars pumped in, inextricably intertwined into the very particulate of the Department of Defense.
Remember when Rumsfeld was, something came out during the Iraq War, and all of these papers were coming out, and they had, the directives, and they had Bible verses on the top of them? Oh, you brought that.
That was the GQ one. And that was the one with the...
right. Well, that's right.
The GQ had the images of, yeah.
And then...
But we've had many more things. I mean, the images, as recently as just last week at the Air Force Academy, we had, John 15:13 that was painted on the inside of a dorm. But that's right, GQ broke that. I don't think they had a clue exactly what they had. But, of course, we broke the story earlier this year about the Jesus rifle. All the hundreds of thousands of scopes on our M4s and M16s, and in NATO and our other allies, even the Israelis had these Bible quotations on the scopes. I mean, think about it.
Oh, so our allies, because that's one of the things I was wondering about. I mean, are the allies aware of this, and do they endorse it?
They were unknowing.
What was that?
Well, they were unknowing.
Well, I think there was Canada, Australia, New Zealand, England. The Church of England actually came out with a statement against them when they found out after we broke that story that the Church of England, along with the military, the Church of England came out with a statement against these having these Bible references on weapons.
Oh,
that's exactly right. In fact, they were one of the first ones to come out.
Yeah, actually, it was within the day, I think, of the story breaking. They had a statement out.
Oh my God!
So now 5 other countries don't want these things on their weapons.
And the thing is, in the media, we get these like little snippets here and there. Oh, okay, you've got these Jesus guns. Bing, onto the next story, and people forget what's going on. But what strikes me about this is how pervasive this is. Is it just? I know there's been a lot of stories coming out about the proselytizing that's taking place in the Air Force Academy, but is this like through all the branches of the military, or is it more focused on the Air Force?
No, I would say that it's pretty clear. This is pretty uniform. I mean, it is like a tsunami. It is not. There are no back-tide eddy waters. It is, West Point, Annapolis, the Air Force Academy. We have roughly 1,000, Deborah, U.S. military installations scattered around the globe in about 132 countries as we garrison the planet. And this sickness, this constitutional sickness, this national security threat is extant on all of them.
Oh, my gosh. We're going to emphasize that. I'm going to emphasize that on the YouTube and do some follow-up articles because I really don't think people understand how extensive this type of thing is. And how do you guys find out about it? Is it because you have, service people calling in, talking about it, or do you investigate things on your own, or is it kind of a combination of it?
Oh, no. I mean, this happens, literally almost every minute of every day. They call, they send emails, carrier pigeons, smoke signals. We have our own research department. Chris Rada heads it up. Some of our folks there find things that happen. People reach out to us. I mean, we're a known quantity. We are literally, nature abhors a vacuum. When you are being told in the United States military by a military superior, Deborah, that you lack intelligence, courage, responsibility, trustworthiness, bravery, honor, and honorability, because of your chosen religious faith or lack thereof, why there's no difference between that and telling somebody that they're stupid because they're a woman or because of the color of their skin. So this is, there's 5 places you can go in the military. You can go to the Inspector General, to the Equal Employment Opportunity Office, to the JAGs, the military lawyers, if you will, the chaplains are up your chain. And most of those are completely corroded. So they come to us because we offer them what I refer to as AARP, not the Retired Persons Association, but we offer them anonymity, action, results, and protection, and nobody else can. Nobody, period, end of sentence.